Good morning and a warm welcome to the Colts cricket ground here in Colombo for day 2 of the inter-school cricket match. The under-19s, Isipathana College taking on Lumbini College. We had some great cricket yesterday. Isipathana, of course, on top at the moment over Lumbini College. It's a traditional game, but these two teams, two good teams, arch rivals, neighbours from Colombo 5. And it was a good battle between bat and ball yesterday. In a short while, of course, we are scheduled to start off the game. Joining me this morning, a very good morning to you, Roscoe.
Yes, good morning, Ricky. It's been a very good game so far. 20 wickets fell on that first day. Isipathana were bowled out for 218, batting first. A superb century from Ravindu Ratnayaka. He got 113 of just 101 balls. Man to watch out for. Isipathana with plenty of more games to come, and Ravishka Vijayasiri was impressive as well with the ball for Lumbini College. He picked up 5 for 40, and the Lumbini reply was in tatters. They were just bowled out for 78 before they were asked to follow on again.
Yes, Roscoe, it was a very good game of cricket yesterday, and Isipathana, of course, dominated. Their pace bowling was exceptional. They were just too good for the Lumbini batsmen who were found wanting. Technically, they were not up to standard to face the fast bowling of Isipathana College. And they really did well. Ravindru Ratnayaka, his all-round skills came to the test as well during yesterday's play, picking up a wicket with the ball after his splendid 100. We have Ratnayaka, who is down in the ground with our colleague Damit Veerasinghe.
අපිත් එක දැන් ඉන්නවා ඉසිපතන කණ්ඩායමේ තුන් ඉරියව් ක්‍රීඩක රවින්දු රත්නායක. රවින්දු ඊයේ තරගයේදී ලකුණු 113ක් ලබා ගත්තා. රවින්දු අපි මුලින්ම සුබපතන ඔබට හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරාට ඊයේ ඔබ ලබාගත් ශතකය ගැන මොනවද ඔබට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ? ඒ වෙලාවේ ඔබ යන වෙලාවේ විකට් දෙකක් වැටලා තිබ්බේ. මොනවද ඔබ ඒ වෙලාවේ හිතුවේ?
ඇත්තටම විකට්ස් දෙකක් ගිහලා තිබ්බේ ලකුණු 10ට. ඉතින් මට කෝචස්ලා කිව්වේ නම් පල්ලි ඕවර්ස් 5ක් වගේ ලකුණු නැතුව ගියට අවුලක් නැහැ කියලා. මම බැලුවේ ඉතින් පල්ලි ලකුණු 20 වගේ කියන්නේ කොච්චර ඕවර්ස් ගියත් ඩොට් බෝල්ස් ගියත් අවුලක් නැහැ. එහා පැත්තේ එක්කෙනාව තියාගෙන යත් ඒ කතා කරලා කොහොම හරි මැච් එක ලකුණු 100ක් වෙනකන් ඇදන් යන්න. ඉතින් ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන් වුණා. අශේන් නෑමට ගොඩක් උදව් කරා. එහා පැත්තේ නම් ස්ට්‍රයිකර්. ඉතින් එහෙම ගහගෙන ගියා. ඊට පස්සේ හැම ඕවරේම ලකුණු 2-3 ගන්න බැලුවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ ලූස් බෝල් එකක් දානකම් හිටියා හිතකම් ඉවසගෙන. ඉතින් ලූස් බෝල් එකක් නැ ඉඳලා ඒකට ලොකු පාරක් ගැහුවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඉතින් කොහොම හරි 100ක් ගහන්න පුළුවන්.
අද රවින්දු මොකද කණ්ඩායමේ ලකුණු විකට් 10ක් ගන්න තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒකට කොහොමද කණ්ඩායමේ සැලසුම?
ඊයේ ගොඩක් සතුටුයි අපිට. ඊයේ ඒගොල්ලෝ 70ට ඕල් අවුට් වුණා. අපි කොහොම හරි ඒගොල්ලෝ දැන් 140 ගන්න ටාගට් එකේ තියෙනවා. කොහොම හරි ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉනිංස් අවුට් රේට් එකක් ගන්න තමයි බලාපොරොත්තුව. අපේ කැප්ටන් ලෙෆ්ට් ආර්ම් හොඳට බෝල් කරනවා. ෆාස්ට් බෝලර්ස්ලා ගොඩක් හොඳට බෝල් කරනවා. ඉතින් හිතනවා 140ට කලින් ඕල් අවුට් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා.
ස්තුතියි රවින්දු අපිත් එක්ක එකතු වුණා.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Damit. That was Ravindra Ratnayaka, the centurion from yesterday for Isipathana with an interview with Damit. And Roscoe, he was really good yesterday, a good 100. He's had some good form starting this season, 2 half centuries leading into this game. And his all-round skills were really good. Picked up an early wicket to set the tone for Isipathana with the ball as well.
Yes, I'm sure he'll have a key role to play this morning as well. With the ball still pretty new in that second innings, and I'm sure he'll use this surface to good effect like most fast bowlers did yesterday.
Yes, we have one more star of the proceedings from yesterday. Picked up 5 for 40 with his left arm spinners. The young Wimlasiri from Lumbini College. He's down with Damit as well.
අපිත් එක දැන් ඉන්නවා ලුම්බිනි විද්‍යාලයේ වමත් දඟපන්දු යවන ක්‍රීඩක රවිෂ්ක විජේසිරි. රවිෂ්ක අපි මුලින්ම සුබපතනවා ඊයේ කඩලු 5ක් ලබා ගැනීම ගැන. මොකක්ද ඒ වෙලාවේ ඔබේ ප්ලෑන් එක වෙලා තිබ්බේ පන්දු යවද්දි?
ඇත්තටම පළවෙනි ටික අපේ ලකුණු ගියා, රන්ස් ගියා. ෆාස්ට් බෝලින් ඇත්තටම ෆාස්ට් බෝලර් හොඳට කරා. ඒ වෙලාවේ එක බැට්ස්මන් කෙනෙක් ලකුණු අතරට ආවා. ඒ බැට්ස්මන් මේව කරන්න තමයි අපේ ලොකු මේකක් තිබුණේ. ඇත්තටම පන්දු යැවීම ගැන කතා කරොත් මම පළවෙනි ස්පෙල්ලේ පොඩ්ඩක් මේ වුණා තන අල්ල ගන්න අවුල් වුණා. ඊට පස්සේ සෙකන්ඩ් දෙවෙනි ස්පෙල් එකේ මම ගොඩක් හොඳින් පන්දු යැවුවා. ඒක තමයි සාර්ථකත්වය.
දැන් ලුම්බිනි කණ්ඩායම තාමත් ලකුණු 140ක් පස්සෙන් ඉන්නේ. අද දවසම තියෙනවා. මොකද්ද කණ්ඩායමක් හැටියට සැලසුම?
කණ්ඩායමක් හැටියට සැලසුම පොඩක් ෆස්ට් ඉන්න එකේ අපි ගොඩක් ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ මිස්ටේක් ගොඩක් මේ වුණා. සෙකන්ඩ් ස්පෙල් එකේ අපි මේව කරන්න හදන්නේ ගොඩක් කට්ටිය කියන්නේ කතා කරලා විකට් එකේ සෙට් වෙලා දවස ගහලා අවුට් රයිට් එක බේරන්න තමයි අයිඩියා.
ස්තුති රවිෂ් කපිත් එක්ක එකතු වුණාට අපි සුබ පතනවා ඔබට හොඳින් අද තරගයේදීත් ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න ලැබේවා කියලා.
Yes, thank you, Damit. That was Vimalasiri who picked up 5 for 40 with his left arm spinners yesterday. Bowled well for Lumbini, but unfortunately he could not deliver with the bat, and Lumbini were bowled out for 78 yesterday, and a big deficit behind Isipathana College. It is going to be a very, very interesting day, especially the morning session. It's going to be crucial for both teams who can get on top. We have the two umpires who have just walked in. Well, earlier on today we also had the pitch report. Play will of course start in a short while from now, and down in the center with the pitch report was Ranjika.
Thank you very much. I'm at the center today in the second day of this Under-9 Division 1 match. Yesterday we saw Isipathana College crumbling in the second session. They lost 6 wickets for just 53 runs, and later on you saw Lumbini College crumbling for just 78 runs. Bowled out completely at no ease whatsoever. They struggled so much against the spin, and you can see today drastic difference from yesterday's pitch. Yesterday there was a lot of moisture, but today you can see the patches, the dryness of this pitch, and I'm pretty sure the spinners will enjoy bowling in this track. They'll get so much assistance, so let's hope that Lumbini will show some fight today, but it's going to be a tough game for them.
Ranjika down with the pitch report, which was done earlier on today for day 2. And of course, this wicket still good for batting, but started to turn later on in day 1. There was some turn for the spinners. And of course, there was some help for the fast bowlers as well. Roscoe, yesterday morning, I think when you were coming into the ground, you would have noticed there was a strong breeze flowing across the ground. It was really strong, and that breeze actually helped the fast bowlers. There was a bit of a swing for the Lumbini fast bowlers yesterday morning, and they troubled the batsman. They picked up 3 early wickets, but later on, because of Ratnayaka, Isipathana capitalized. I'm sure that assistance will come into play for the bowlers today as well.
Yes, I'm sure there'll be something in it for the fast bowlers, especially early on with the ball still just 4 overs old. And Ratnayaka himself, I'm sure, will be licking his lips to make a couple of early breakthroughs for Isipathana.
Yes, Ratnayaka and Disanaika was exceptional. The left arm seam, he bowled with a lot of pace, had a bit of a swing, managed to swing the ball into the right-handers as well. Got a couple of LBWs, and the Lumbini batsmen were all at sea against the Isipathana fast bowlers. I'm sure they're looking to exploit these early conditions and try to pick up a few early wickets straight on.
Yes, looking back at that Isipathana batting innings yesterday, they made 218 and Ravindu Ratnayaka made 113 of them. And interestingly, the second top score was only 20.
Yes, that was Gunawardena, but he batted really well because Ratnayaka was scoring runs very quickly, Roscoe, and Gunawardena just hung in there. And I think he put up 80 run on the partnership with Ratnayaka. He scored only 20, but he batted really well, and that helped the scoring rate. And the good thing was Isipathana scored at a very good rate, over 4 runs per over right throughout the innings, and they really put the pressure on the Lumbini bowling, though they lost wickets later on. We thought they could have got to 250 quite easily, but the rest of the batting, like you said, were not up to the mark, and haven't been up to the mark, in fact, this entire season. They have depended a lot on Ratnayaka, who has done bulk of the scoring.
Yes, Ratnayaka has been the difference in this game so far, and I'm sure he will play a role this morning as well.
Yes, the two openers will have to do a good job. They'll have to get a good start. The two batsmen walking out into the center. Both failed in the first innings. Didn't get going, and it won't be much easier today. Yesterday they had to bat in the evening session. Today they have to bat in the morning session. It's going to be much more difficult. And the Isipathana bowlers are fresh. They have had a good night's rest, and I'm sure they are eager to get going early. The umpires have done a good job. Umpire Palita Kulatunga, Sisira Kumara officiating this game, and they had did a good job. Was well in control of the game yesterday. There were a few LBW decisions which were spot on, and overall they have really kept the standard high in this Singha Under-19 Division 1 cricket match. Fresh season, new season just started. Isipathana will start off from the Havelock Park end. We'll let you who is going to be bowling. I think it's Ratnayaka, is it, with the ball? Pasindu Anigipura, he's going to take a strike. He made, I think, 19 in the first innings. So Anigipura, he batted for a while, but his technique was found wanting. He missed a few against the fast bowlers, was playing away from his body. We hope he's learned from his mistakes. Eshan Robasinghe also didn't do much with the bat in the first innings. They need a good platform here. They need a good foundation.
Yes, it's going to be a long day for Lumbini. They trail by 140 runs, and it's only going to get tougher for them as the day progresses. And we are all set for day 2 of this encounter between Lumbini and Isipathana.
Yes, it's the left arm, though, Disanayaka, who's taken the ball for the first over. He picked up 3 wickets yesterday in the first innings. Straight away on target, 2 slips and a gully to start off. The catchers for Disanayaka. Isipathana attacked right throughout the innings yesterday. And Roscoe, the good thing was from the Isipathana bowling effort, they were on target yesterday. You didn't see much loose deliveries. Straight off the bowlers, Ratnayaka, even after 100, came off and bowled good lines, good lengths. And there was nothing loose for the Lumbini batsman to work with.
This is Dinath Disanayaka, 18-year-old kid.
There you go, straight away making the batsman play. This is what's needed. Anagipura trying to push it away on the offside, trying to get off strike, to get off the mark. They played 4 overs yesterday, both unbeaten or not. Yes. They hung in there yesterday, that was the good thing. They didn't lose a wicket. It was a difficult period, 4 over burst, and they managed to get through.
Yes, things will be much different today. They need to be a bit proactive and make sure the scoreboard moves. Once again, spot on from Disanayaka. It has been a decent start from him. 3 balls, and he's found his rhythm going early on day 2.
Yes, definitely. You could see he's not trying to bowl too fast. Just get it in the right spot, bowling well within himself. Yesterday probably he bowled a much quicker. He might do that later on, but just a first over, trying to get things right.
Finds the edge, but it's a control edge, I must say. That's the first boundary of day 2 that goes to Pasindu Anagipura.
Yes, he's opened his score in Roscoe with a boundary, but once again very streaky. This is how we played yesterday. he tries to go through that offside, likes to play away from the body, and as again away from the body gets that outside edge. He's lucky that went along the ground and into the gap. He should be careful. They need him to score runs for Lumbini, but that will help. He's off the mark. Oh, fantastic delivery. That beat the bat. Beautifully bowled. A little bit more effort. You could see a little bit more carry into the gloves of the wicket keeper.
It's a good comeback from the Sanaik on that occasion, as Rupa Singh has a word with his partner.
Leading up to this game, 1-1. Close appeal, a bit of a swing. Once again, no foot movement from Anagipura. That's a very good first over completed. 5 overs overall. First over for the day. It's 4 without loss.
I think that was a very close call, Ricky. We heard some sort of a noise. It might have clipped the pad, and I'm pretty sure it's a very close call for an LBW.
Yes, definitely. Umpire Kulatunga probably thought that would be missing the stumps. So that's the end of the over. It's 4 without loss. So as we come back for the second over for today, it's Khalid Ahmad who has got the ball. Bowling from the pavilion end here. We thought they might go to Ratnayaka, but they preferred Khalid Ahmad. He was the third seamer yesterday. Very enthusiastic, very good in the field, Khalid Ahmad. Had quite a few saves in the inner field. Very agile. Oh, he's lost his run-up twice, Roscoe.
Yes, Ricky, you were surprised as to why Ratnaik didn't open the bowling. He's in fact not in the field at the moment. He's nursing a toe injury is what I just heard. Unfortunate for Ratnaika. That's false start number 2.
The lad is a bit nervous, I feel. I think he's a bit nervous running in there. Again, he's taken his run-up. And you could see that he's pulled up thrice now. This is the last 2. We wonder what he feels uncomfortable about. The earlier one, he almost delivered, pulled up. Finally, he gets the ball through. And they pick up a single. So Ruba Singh is off the mark straight away. First ball is faced for today. That's good batting. Keep rotating the strike. Just nudging it onto the offside, into the gap. Yes, that's disappointing that they've lost Ratnayaka to that injury. We hope he will be back quickly and he will be fine. Yesterday, our colleague Michael Adams, who is with us in the commentary box, mentioned he's done a lot of coaching, has been around the system, and he said, after 100, you come and bowl another 7-8 overs. It's not easy, especially the start of the season, and they should ensure that they protect the good players so that they could carry out right throughout the season. 16 games have to be played in this under-19 season per school, so that's quite a lot of matches.
Couple of decent deliveries from Khalid Ahmad. He needs to support Disanaika, who bowled a very good first over, I must say. He was probably a bit unfortunate not to have a wicket off that final delivery.
The two right-handers so far have looked solid. A bit of width outside the off stump, but unable to really capitalize. Anigipura once again, that flashing blade, he likes to do that.
It was a good looking stroke from Anagipura. Unfortunately, he found the field at extra cover. I think the way forward for Lumbini today is to be positive. If they can keep rotating the strike and put the loose ball away, they can put the pressure back on the Isipathana bowlers. It's a misfield, but no run on that occasion.
Yes, Ahmad still probably trying to get his rhythm right. Bowled a couple of foolish deliveries. The next one a touch short. So he picked up 1 wicket in the first innings. Just bowled the 4 overs. Bowled the first change.
This time he does find the gap and it's running down to the boundary. That's the second boundary of day 2 for Anagipura. He's starting to look good here for Lumbini.
Yes, Anagipura once again, like he did in the first innings, he's got a start now. And another important boundary. So far, his runs today have come with 2 boundaries. And
Yes, the important thing for him would be to rotate the strike as well. He's faced 22 deliveries, scored 2 boundaries, and the rest have been just dot balls.
Yes, a good point, Roscoe. His offside is the strong point, and like you mentioned, I think in the first innings, he faced up to something like 80 odd deliveries for his 19 or 20 runs. And yes, certainly the rally between the wickets, the singles are very, very important. That's the end of the over, though. Second over for today, 9 without loss. So Disanaika will continue. He'll be bowling to Ruba Singha. He's on 13. He's just faced the 1 delivery so far today. And this is the first time he's facing Disanaika.
Once again, that sharp inward movement from Disanaika. That's what he's been doing all game so far, and he's clearly putting a lot of pressure on the 2 right-handers.
Yes, they have to be careful. There were a couple of LBWs yesterday in that fashion. They were going back, trying to play across the line, were trapped in front. And Ruba Singha in the first innings, in fact, batted way down, low down the order. And he's been promoted to open the batting. He was the not-out batsman, in fact, in the first innings. So probably straight away he would have come back with his pads on.
I was well watched on that occasion by Anagipura.
Well, in the start of a season, I think most teams, Roscoe, you must be knowing that better. Try to find out different combinations, different personnel for different roles, isn't it? That's how it goes.
Yes, most certainly, and I've seen some teams using that tactic as well to send the not-out batsmen from the first innings back to open in the second innings, mainly because they've spent some time in the middle and they have the hang of what the surface is.
Oh, foolish delivery, manages to dig it out. Cannot pick up a single. Yes, Ruba Singh batted at number 9 yesterday. And today he's opened the innings, in fact, in the second innings. So far, he's managed to survive 14 deliveries. Fernando opened the innings yesterday. And he was out to Ratnayaka. So Lumbini certainly will be looking at their options. The batting has been the weaker point. Their bowling is reasonably good. They have some good spinners, good fast bowler.
That's way over the batsman's head. In fact, the umpire has called a no ball before the ball was going on over the head of the batsman. Yeah, it's a front foot no ball, as pointed out by the umpire.
Yes, he's overstepped. That's also the one bouncer for the over signaled. A bit more effort that time by Disanayaka. So going over the line. He's used the short ball quite well. He hasn't just bowled it at will. He's just mixed it up, tried to bowl fuller, slipped in the odd short ball. There's a fielder just at square leg there, at backward square leg, waiting for the miss pull shot or the hook shot. This time down the leg side, and that will be 4 runs. Leg byes off the pad of Anagipura, but they won't mind it. Runs on the board for Lumbini.
Yes, Disanayake is struggling a little bit with his lines at the moment. If he can get that full and straight, I'm sure he will be a handful on this surface, but unfortunately for him, he's not getting it right at the moment.
Yes, yesterday was probably a bit more towards the off stump and getting that ball to come back. Today a bit touch too straight. And the batsmen have capitalized. So 15 have come so far, just the third over for today. So the runs are coming a bit quicker.
There you go. I told you if he got it straight, that would be the result. And he cleans up Anagipura full and straight. Perfect delivery from Disanayaka. And that's the first strike for Isipathana on day 2.
Yes, Roscoe not surprised at all. Anagipura, no footwork once again. You could see just playing from the crease. This was the problem he had in the first innings as well. He's neither back, neither forward. Just keeps swinging from the crease, and this time he's cleaned up. So Disanayaka continues from his first innings. He's picked up the first one here in the second innings. He's out for 8, faced 28 deliveries, struck 2 boundaries today. But Lumbini on the back foot, 15 for 1. So the new batsman is Tarush Nimhara, just 17 years of age. Hasn't done much with the bat this season. His 4th innings, just a 1 run. And he was out for naught in the first innings, batted at number 5 in the first innings. He's coming here at number 3. And he was out to Disanayaka as well in the first innings. So interesting change here. Lumbini trying something different. As we take a look at that wicket once again, full and straight, right across the line, beaten for pace, and his stumps were knocked back. So 4th wicket in this match for Disanayaka.
So it's 15 for 1. We're into the 7th over of the Lumbini College innings and the 3rd over of day 2. Was looking like a good start for Lumbini, but unfortunately they lost Anagipura, cleaned up by Disanayaka, and now he's Gonna bowl at Nimhara with his tail up.
So there's a field at backward short leg as well. So Isipathana attacking a bit more here to the new batsman.
End of a successful over from Disanayaka. It's 15 for 1 after 7.
සතුට බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අත විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
So we have a bowling change, a spin earlier on today, just in the fourth over of play. We have Utsara, who picked up 3 for 10 yesterday. He picked up the late order batsman, the left arm spinner Savindu Utsara, just 16 years of age. Bowled pretty well. And so Isipathana deciding to go for a spin. I think they are missing the services of Ratnayaka. And Amat wasn't looking comfortable at the crease in the first over. He bowled, he lost his rhythm, his run up. So they have gone for spin.
So I think it's a good move probably from Isipathana to get this spinner early on. There's a little bit of moisture on this pitch as well, so I'm sure it'll help Savindu Utsara. He's bowling with a slip, a short leg and a silly point, so Isipathana clearly on the attack.
Yes, on target, the delivery first up, straight away going around the wicket. Yesterday, he along with his colleague Sandaruwan, both left arm spinners, they changed their angles quite well. And when they bowled over the wicket, the batsmen were really uncomfortable, the left arm spinners. They were cramped for room. But Utsara deciding to go around the wicket to start off today. Just a single, pushed away on the offside. That's better batted by Ruba Singh. Roscoe, do you think these batsmen would prefer now to place the spinners than facing the fast bowlers?
That's a tough one to answer at the moment, especially with this left-arm spinner who also picked up 3 wickets, while Disanayaka, who's looking very good from the other end as a quick bowler. They probably might enjoy facing the spinners a bit more compared to Disanayaka, who's moving the ball around quite remarkably. So they're definitely missing the services of Ratnayaka. If not, I'm sure he would have had a couple of overs early on.
Oh, close one, finger goes up. Struck him in front. He was prodding there on the front foot. Nimhara and Utsara straight away went for the appeal. Umpire Sisira Kumara took his time but decided he was gone. Oh, was that straight? Yes, hit him in line. Roscoe.
Yeah, that ball seemed to come a lot with the arm, and I wonder if it was a missing leg stump. But however, the umpire is the one that matters, and he's ruled out the batsman.
Yes,
who departs for another 0. I think he had 3 zeros and a single in his season so far, and that's his 4th duck in 5 innings. Unfortunate for this young lad.
Yes, a disappointing game. Double ducks in the 2 innings is batted. Umpire Sisira Kumara probably thought that straightening up enough and decided to give in. It's a touch and go. Probably might have clipped leg stump, probably might have just missed leg stump. But to the naked eye, umpire Sisira Kumar thought he was gone. So 16 for 2. And Lumbini, this is what happened to them yesterday. They lost the wickets in together. As soon as they lose one, they tend to lose another one. Fernando, who opened the batting yesterday. He was out for one yesterday, Fernando. He was first to go. And now he's batting at number 4. Hasn't had much high score of 38 in 4 innings this season. So he too hasn't really delivered. And Lumbini now really need a partnership.
Yes, they're looking down the barrel. 16 for 2, still trailed by 124 runs to avoid an innings defeat. And Fernando walks into a pressure situation. He needs to pull out something special to pull his team out of trouble. Once again, a slip, a silly point and a short leg in place for the new batsman as well. Isipathana attacking rightly so.
So first over of spin and Utsara has picked up a wicket. He's had a good game. 3 for 10 in the first innings. 1 wicket already here. He'll be happy about that. Boost his confidence today morning. He's off the mark. Just open the face of the batter, run it down towards the third man region. But successful over. The 8th over overall of the 4th for today. Wicket taking over. 8 overs completed. 17 for 2. We'll have a change in voice, Roscoe. And for the next session, it's going to be Samir who will be joined by Michael.
ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි උනත් ද පපරේ සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා. ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටිය, පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකේ ටැබ් එකේ එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න ඔබට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන්. ද පපරේ සිංහල ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් ඩිජිටලීකරණය.
Very good morning to all of you who have tuned in to watch this live coverage between Isipathana College and Lumbini College. Trouble early morning for Lumbini as they've lost 2 wickets, trailing by 123 runs. Not the perfect morning to begin with. Isipathana bowlers having their tail up, especially this left armer, Disa Nayaka, with a peach of a delivery to get rid of Anagipura, will continue. Once again, well on the mark. Good morning to Michael Adams.
Morning, Samir, and morning to all the listeners. Well, Isipathana starting off well. I think the pace spin combination is ideal.
Absolutely. Isipathana yesterday started off with 2 spinners when the Lumbini College batsmen came out to bat. Just 4 overs in their second innings that they had to bat in the evening. Managed to see it out, but this morning Isipathana starting with pace and spin from the 2 ends, and that resulting in immediate success for Isipathana. 1 wicket to Disa Nayaka, the left armer, who's been on the money except for a couple of bad balls. And of course the spinner in the last over picking up the second wicket. This time wonderful delivery again by Disa Nayaka. He's been pitching it there and thereabout. Absolutely wonderful line and length being maintained by him.
Samir, I think if you notice, his first over was a bit wavered, but since his second and now the third over, he's pitching it well and getting it to move a bit as well in the air.
Yes, he did bowl a little bit waveredly in the beginning, but after he got that wicket especially, he's got his tail up and suddenly his confidence seems to have boosted and he's pitching it in the right places. That's interesting field set, isn't it? That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slips in place.
Yeah, it was 4, now it's 5, it was 4 slips and a gully.
Oh, this time the batsman in 2 minds whether he wants to hit that or not. In the last moment he decides to draw his bat away from it. So really Disa Nayaka's ploy is to just entice the batsman as much as possible, to try and poke the bat on the offside and try and somehow get an edge to carry to one of those. fielders in slip. I think half the team is in there, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Obviously, when he's getting a bit of swing, I think attacking is the best way. Lumbini under pressure at the moment.
As you see him running in, you can see the breeze also going away from him, so that also aids with the swing for him. Once again, on that 5th and 6th stump line, but much better, well dealt with by the batsman this time.
I think he left that ball well. Samir, just a point with the 4 overs yesterday that we noticed, the Isipathana spinners didn't make the batsman play. Most of the time it was they were leaving the ball, right? So there was no pressure. But today in the morning, the first over by the spinner, almost every ball the batsman had to play at it. So I think they have got it right now.
Yes, definitely. There must have been things discussed last evening after those 4 overs. The management and the coaches must have advised the Isipathana bowlers that you need to make the batsman play as much as possible if you need to be successful, which is what got them the wickets in the first innings anyway. They forced the Lumbini batsman to make something out of it by really bogging them down.
Correct. It's when you make the batsman play is where the batsman will make a mistake. Now even this earlier ball, you see batsman was just leaving it. So, there's no real terrors if you keep bowling outside the off stump. Just get him to play. The other thing is the left armer. What I noticed was he bowls better to the right hander because he brings the ball in. But here the ball is going away from the left hander, so it's a bit more easier for him to just leave it.
Good point you make there, Michael. It'll be interesting to see if he also has the ability to swing it back in to the left hander, because for a left armer it is natural for him to take the ball away from the left-handed batsman, the natural swing, the natural angle that the left armers get. But it'll be interesting to see if he has the ability. End of the over, it's 17 for 2.
මුල් පවුලට සතුට සදන සිඟ අත විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
Welcome back as we look at what was a sorry scorecard for Lumbini really in the first innings. Spin to continue from the other end after that successful first over. As you said, the first innings scorecard, the partnerships that we're looking at for Lumbini, nothing really to talk about except that 36 of 79 between Arakipura and Sankalpa. We thought at the beginning that they might do something to try and repair that scorecard for Lumbini, but clearly both of them perishing to lose shots, something that wasn't demanded at the time.
Yeah, that was actually after they got a start, throwing their wicket away was a pretty bad sight for Lumbini.
Even this morning, Arakipura, he opened the batting, unlike the first innings, and in the morning he played a couple of glorious drives. In fact, I thought he would looked good and he was set for a big one, but unfortunately again losing his wicket to that delivery from the left armer, which was, I mean, you can't blame him for that. That was a really good delivery. It was fast, straight and swung in.
Correct.
Utsara, the left arm spinner, was bowling around the wicket. Much fuller this time, driven down to the fielder at mid-on. Left arm spinners, left arm pacemen, Michael, every coach's dream to have two of these in their first 11, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Gives the variation to the team as well.
This time hit well and it goes past the field at mid-on. A rare boundary for Lumbini College, but this deserved to be hit because of a full toss almost. And Ruba Singha, who had a tough time in the first innings, this time gets a loosener to put off and gain his confidence back.
That's his first boundary to start off.
Yes, a first boundary for Ruba Singha that might hopefully help him feel a bit better about his batting. Lumbini really needs to show some fight here. They're still trailing by 119 runs. And the idea here today would be to somehow bat at least now up to lunch without losing another wicket.
The best form to do that is Samir, I think, is to attack, because if they go on the defensive, I think they're going to face a lot of trouble.
Absolutely. I think the coach's advice must be to play your natural game.
Definitely.
Don't succumb to the pressure. Ten overs gone. Lumbini College 21 for 2 in a spot of bother here. Spot of deep bother, to be precise. Disanayaka continues his left arm pace. Oh, this time much straighter. Did that nick? Yes, it did. Almost carry to the second slip, but fell just short of him. Good effort by the fielder there. But just dropping short. As you try to look at the replay again, what exactly happened there? Did he get an edge, Michael?
He did. Definitely got an edge.
Yes, there was a big edge.
Basically played it to the second slip sand.
Yes, in fact, it didn't fall short. It came to him on the full, but it was a little late in trying to get to the ball.
Yeah,
Michael, you've been a coach for the Joes over the last few years.
Yeah.
It's one thing that really interests me. We spoke of batsmen playing their natural game, but then there's also the issue of adapting to the situation, isn't
Correct.
it?
Definitely.
So how do you then strike the balance? As a batsman, where your abilities shine is where you adapt to a different situation and then play accordingly. And at the same time, coaches tell you, listen, go out there and play your natural game. So how do you strike the balance between the two?
The best is to play your natural game, right? Obviously, you know what the situation is, right? So you can't be just flashing. You be a bit cautious. But if the ball is there to be hit, you can hit it. But in this previous ball, we see, that was not a shot that he needed to play. He should have just left it alone, right? Because there was nothing in it. Even if he connected it, I don't think he was, getting any runs for it.
I guess that was a perfect example then how you need to balance between the two.
Exactly. The balance and, the right thinking. Shot selection is the main word there, I would say.
There got this time. Goes up, hits the pad, I think. Once again, Disanayaka, his strength is to bring the ball back into the right-hander, and we saw him doing this, getting a bit on the leg side at the beginning of his spell, and once again he seems to have gone back to that line. But if he gets it to pitch on the off stump or middle and off, that's when he becomes very dangerous.
Yeah, and moment he keeps it full, he gets the ball to swing.
We said that yesterday also, didn't we? And that was something we saw from the Lumbini bowlers. They were dropping it too short and back off length, whereas when the ball is swinging, you need to pitch it up front for it to do something.
And yesterday, Samir, the morning session helped the paces a lot. Much more than I think the Isipathana paces got the help, because it was overcast and there was a lot of breeze going.
Yes.
But I felt the Lumbini fast bowler was bowling a bit too short after some time.
But one thing I've seen on this pitch is there's still a lot of bounce left. The ball is carrying well.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, Samir, I had a chat with the umpire in the morning, and even what he felt was, he says the pitch is a bit slow.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of bounce. It's like a tennis ball bounce. That's why you see the bouncers going way over the batsman's head.
Yes.
Right. So, and what we were discussing there was even what I noticed, a bit faster the spinner bowls, right? It turns quicker. So the batsman has to play. He doesn't have time. But when you bowl it slow, the batsman has time even though it turns.
Coming around the wicket this time, Disanayaka hits it on the pads. Big appeal from the umpire, but turns it down. I think that was going down the leg side.
Or was it off the bat? Was there inside edge onto the bat?
Let's see the replay if there was an inside edge. It's hard to tell with the umpire standing right in front of us.
Definitely going down the leg. Yeah.
Yes.
You can see the wicketkeeper moving.
What do you make of this move from Disanayaka to come around the wickets, Michael?
Well, it's good for a change, right? Because it keeps the batsman thinking as well.
And if you can pitch it right and get it to move away from the right-hander, that will cause a lot of trouble to the batsman. This time flicks it off his pads. Crow goes over to the square leg fielder for a single, and finally some strike rotation from Lumbini. Rupa Singha gets a much needed single to get off the strike. In fact, it was Fernando who took the single.
Welcome back. Lumbini 23 for 2. Start of the 12th over.
Utsara has looked good. He picked up 3 wickets in the first innings for Isipathana. This time 1 wicket, just given away 6 runs in his 3rd over now. He's not afraid to flight the delivery. Obviously, in the situation that Lumbini is, they won't be looking to go after him. But a sign of a good spinner is that he's not afraid and he has got confidence in his ability to try and land it in the right place.
Definitely. And if you notice, Samir, he's making the batsman play more often now.
That's right. That's exactly what you said yesterday when Lumbini started their second innings, that the spinners need to get the batsmen to play with their bats and not just leave it.
Correct. Yeah. I think yesterday we saw a lot of balls being left. I think one whole over from the off spinner that we saw was left alone by the batsman.
I think out of the 24 balls that were bowled, there are probably 15 or 16 of them were left over.
Easily.
This time much fuller, much straighter. And it's easy for the batsman to come to the front foot and see that off. Off the back foot this time, pitching it slightly shorter, Utsara. So he's got a variety of ideas in his head.
I would like to see him bowl a bit more faster. The flight is okay, but a bit more faster, because then moment it pitches, it doesn't give the batsman much time to go on the back foot.
Yes, right. Even when it's slower, like you said, if there's no pace on the ball, when they try to hit it off the back foot, it doesn't really carry to the fielder even if it goes into the air. Right, 12 overs complete, 23 for 2.
සතුට බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම
මුල් පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
We see a change in the bowling. Tevindu Dikwalla, who opened the bowling yesterday for the second innings. As you saw, 2 overs bowled, 2 maidens. We were a bit critical of him because he kept bowling on the offside and didn't allow the batsman to really play. Yeah, he's back into the attack.
He bowled 1 over. All 6 balls were left alone.
That was right, Michael. Good observation there. This time, he tries to straighten, but he errs in length on the leg side. Flicked away off his pads for a single towards the fine leg fielder. Rupa Singha has quietly moved on to 8 runs of 34 deliveries. He might be the man that Lumbini is looking to try and save these innings for them, or rather save this match, if we were to be more precise.
I think they'll need one guy to keep just batting and batting and batting, and the others to support from the other end. There's few partnerships, and then you're going to set Isipathana bowlers, you're going to make them a bit tired, so that, after that, their main target would be 116.
Yes. That's right, Michael. I mean, the idea behind Lumbini's think tank would be to try and somehow at least win one session, and because Isipathana has been dominating the match since the day began yesterday, and Lumbini might be trying to get Isipathana bowlers to tire a bit by hanging around for as long as possible and then see if they can do something about this match to try and save it. Much fuller this time on the off side.
Beating the batsman. The other important thing is Samir rotating the strike, because then it's not easy for the bowlers as well to keep bowling in one area.
That's right. As long as the scoreboard is ticking, it keeps putting the pressure back on the bowlers. Once again from Dikwella, I saw this even yesterday. I don't think he's a lad that spins the ball much.
I think the ball seems to go the other way.
Yes.
Maybe because it's new.
Possible, yeah. I mean, that probably is one explanation, unless he's using that to deceive the batsman, coming across a spinner but just bowling straight.
Maybe when the ball is new, maybe he must be not trying to spin it, but just, get it to go the other way and hope that the batsman will nick it.
Reminds me of someone like Dhananjay De Silva, who just comes in and darts it in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't rely much on spin, but does more of a containing job. This one again, batsman tries to defend that on the front foot, but fails to do so. 24 for 2 at the end of 13 overs.
Supplement enriched with essential micronutrients that restore energy. Maliban Vitagen. Stay healthy for a good reason.
Welcome back. That's the batting card of Lumbini. Nothing exciting to really talk about. Ruba Singha has probably faced the most number of balls, 39. Scored 8 runs. One more duck, adding on to the pile of ducks from the first innings.
I think Lumbini will want him to add to those number of balls and just keep batting the whole day.
This time the left armer, Utsara, continues. This time bowling to the left-hander, Fernando. You might want to see a right-arm spinner just to challenge the left-hand batsman.
We saw Dikwella from the other side, but he was bowling mainly to the right hand as well. So maybe they need to
give away a single, perhaps the old school way. A big appeal this time. I thought that spun too much, or could have been a bit high.
As well. Too high. That was too high and.
There was a lot of flight on that delivery. That's probably why he's bouncing and going really high. Hit him almost on the knee roll. Once again, lots of spin this time. Flight and spin from Utsara. It's pitching almost on where the wide mark begins and then comes back into the off stump. So batsman has to play at it. Big appeal once again from the bowlers, but once again turned down by the umpire.
He was beaten there again. A little more pace on the ball, Samir, might be because earlier ball you saw him going on the back foot and playing it, because if he was hit on the pads, that was definitely out.
Yes.
But because it was slower, he had time to play with the turn.
Slower and much straighter.
Correct.
Do you think there's a case for the batsman to maybe get his stride in forward some more and try to smother the ball before it spins?
Definitely.
Flighting it some more, but the batsman is able to drive it down. The field at mid-on is slightly deeper than it should be. That allows the batsman to cross over for a single, which brings the right-hander Ruba Singha on strike against left arm Utsara. I think they might have given this single on purpose, to be honest. They want the right-hander Tevindu Dikwella from the other end to be bowling to the left-hander.
I think that might be a good option.
Yes. It depends on how Ruba Singha tackles this delivery, the last one from the left arm Utsara. That's hit him on the pads. A big appeal. Looked like it went on straight, but no, the umpire turns him down once again. 3 big appeals in this over. Very exciting stuff from Utsara. That brings us to the end of the 14th over. Lumbini College still stuttering along on 25 for 2.
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම එය සිංහ නම
මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිඟ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
Lumbini College in their second innings, 25 for 2 at the moment after 14 overs, still trailing by 115 runs. A mammoth task ahead of them. Joined with Oshada. Good morning to you, Oshada.
Good morning, and Lumbini College 25 for 2 wickets after 14.1 overs. Dikwala bowling his 4th over. A strong appeal once again. We've seen throughout this morning plenty of appeals from the bowler, but the umpire seems to be deciding that the ball is either going along the leg side, but or else a little bit of inside edge. But it's always exciting to see the appeals from the bowler.
So, Lumbini College following on in their second innings. They were bowled out for 78 runs. Some loose shots in there early on, especially before the tea break, where they lost 3 wickets in quick succession.
Yes, and today morning itself, few boundaries went on drifting away through the third man and final leg areas. Other than that, Isipathana College bowlers has been spot on from the morning, from the very first over itself. Trailing by 115 runs, and they will be pleased to go past that score to avoid the defeat by innings against Isipathana College. A strong appeal and a catch from the silly point, but the umpire decides once again it's not out, and 15 overs done. Lumbini College 25. That replay probably went on the thigh pad towards the silly fielder. 15 overs done at Lumbini College 25 for 2 wickets.
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම එය සිංහ නම
මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිඟ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
$15 overs done. Lumbini College 25 for 2 wickets. After that last maiden over, Ruba Singh been there in the middle for quite some time now. 41 deliveries you faced.
It's waiver delivery. Punched towards the cover region. Utsara. Good tight spell from the left armour. This time much straighter, good length, good line towards the right-hander.
Bowling in much straighter wicket to wicket has been the key in the first innings of the Lumbini innings, as we saw from the Isipathana bowlers, and that's where the Lumbini College batsmen was struggling throughout this morning yesterday, and today morning itself the pace bowlers went on to bowl that exactly the same way that they bowled yesterday, bowling in wicket to wicket as straight as possible. So that seems to be not working in the batsman's way, and 2 wickets fell already in this morning session for just 25 runs.
This time using his feet, the batsman, good ploy against the spinning delivery. This time it was not there for the drive. He was played on the up, but batsman luckily not finding anything on that.
Good change of length from the bowler. This time a much good length delivery from the bowler. This time it was fuller length, and this time going for the good length. Good attacking field set by the captain of the Isipathana College. 3 fielders near the batsman, and that's the end of the over. 16 overs done. Lumbini College 25 for 2 wickets.
ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි උනත් ද පපරේ සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා, ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටිය, පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකේ ටැබ් එකේ එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න ඔබට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන්. ද පපරේ සිංහල ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් ඩිජිටලීකරණය.
Dikwell to continue. Doesn't get much spin, much revolutions on that delivery. Dikwell tries to dart in, get some natural variation off the pitch.
But as we saw in the morning, the pitch looks a delight for the spin bowlers. Lots of scrambles, and it was a much better pitch for the bowlers, and I think that's why 2 wickets fell down off the fast bowling. And the spinners are doing what they should do, building pressure upon the batsmen. Bowled out some good maiden overs, and the pressure is building upon the Lumbini College batsmen.
Well left there. Good watchful batting from both Kavindu Fernando and Ruba Zinger.
I think this is that is what they must do at this stage. 2 wickets down within the 17th over. And Fernando and Ruba Zinger been there in the middle, building up this small partnership. Still it's under construction, and this time a much better shot. The width was afforded by the bowler, and it's gone all the way for a boundary. Much needed boundary for Lumbini College to ease the pressure.
Yes, the width was on offer, and the length was also up to him. So he leant on it and drove it towards that cover region. Good stroke, no risk whatsoever in that. This is what they should do. They should make sure that they tick along nicely, not take any risks against the spinning ball. Much better from Kavindu Fernando to end the over. 17 gone. Lumbini College 29 for 2.
සතුට බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම
Utsara to continue. Flighted outside the off stump. It's good tempting bowling from Utsara, the left armer. You can see on your right hand side of the screen the run rate, which is very
working in the Isipathana's way. The run rate is working in the Isipathana's way, and this time a fumble from the fielders will allow the batsman to cross their ends for another extra run, so 2 runs added to the total. And the score moves up to 31 for 2 wickets after 17.2 overs. Isipathana College going on nicely. They picked up 2 early wickets, and since then these 2 batsmen, Rubasinghe and Fernando, been there in the middle, and that's what's important for the Lumbini College at this moment. They're 109 runs behind the first innings total of Isipathana College. There was 78 all out in the first innings, and lots of work to be done in the second innings of Lumbini College to avoid the defeat by innings. This Rubasinghe and Fernando, 10 and 8 respectively for the 2 batsmen. So they got to stay in the middle. Rubasinghe faced 49 and make it 50 deliveries. So the important thing for the Lumbini College is that these 2 batsmen settle there in the middle, take their score even up to 100 run mark. A strong appeal once again by the umpire, deciding that maybe a little inside edge.
It looks a bit high for my liking. I think it hit him above the knee roll. There you go. Yes, and it was drifting down as well. So good call from the umpire. Once again tossed up, but up to it. Rubasinghe looking much settled out there at the moment. After 18 overs, Lumbini College 31 for 2.
සතුට බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සැනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම පවස නිවන නම
මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිඟ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
18 overs done, Lumbini College 31 for the loss of 2 wickets with Rubasinghe and Fernando in the middle. Dick Fowler continuing his spell. 6 overs, 5.1 overs, just 5 runs conceded. That's how good it has been throughout this morning from the 2 spinners, Dikwala and Utsara. From the 2 ends, building up the pressure upon the batsmen.
It looks like it's not going to be easy to get wickets in this pitch so far. Yesterday, we saw wickets falling in clusters, especially in the Lumbini innings, and we saw that in the Isipathana innings as well, in the second session rather. So it's important that these spinners keep to the basics. Make sure that you pile up the pressure. At the moment, they're bowling really well. They're not giving away easy runs this time. That's very unfortunate for the wicketkeeper. The ball didn't rise as he expected from the offside. I was there in the morning. There were a lot of rough patches, so there will be inconsistent bounce. We'll have another look. There you go. Yes, low bounce there. He expected it to bounce much higher than that. So can't really blame the wicketkeeper, but that's something you should expect from wickets like this, Oshada. I think even the umpires should keep that in mind. It's not an easy job umpiring in these kind of pitches, especially in Asia.
Yes, definitely. The umpires had a tough morning. Lots of decisions to make. But I think they've been successful in the middle. As you saw in the replays, they've been concentrating on the game, and those appeals from the bowler. Seems to be going on down the leg side or drifting apart. So yes, it's been a good day of cricket. And the umpires also having a good day, had to make some good decisions, and that's the end of the over. 19 overs done. Lumbini College 35 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Good sunny morning here in the Colts grounds, Colombo. Bit of sunshine as well. Yesterday we didn't have much of sunshine, but the breeze was blowing across right through the day, and today as well. We're seeing this good line there from Utsara. This time made the ball drift in towards the right hander, and the ball gripped and turned away. It's an ideal ball for against the right-hander for a left armer.
As the bounce was offered at that time, and the wicket-keeper seems to be excited with the bounce. So that's what we can expect from this Colts pitch this morning in the first session. 35 runs scored in these 19.2 overs with the loss of 2 wickets. Good tactics used by these two batsmen, Rupasinghe and Fernando, holding out for the better deliveries, and we've seen some boundaries here and there off to the loose deliveries. So that's a good tactic used by these two batsmen, and this is what they should do. Lumbini College. Fumble, and the throw was a little bit wide of the wicket, so that gives the allocated time for the batsman to return to this crease.
Khalik Kamath in that occasion hesitating to where he should throw the ball. That hesitation helped the batsman to get back just in time. Could have just gone to the stumps at the non-striker's end. Could have been clearly curtains for the non-striker. But a chance gone begging for Isipathana College.
And I think taking risks at this point for the Lumbini College is not going to work in their way, because they're still trailing by 105 runs, and taking those risky singles is going to help them. So they got to hold their nerve and get through the innings, play 20-25 overs, and then try to get some runs and play the scoreboard ticking. So 20 overs done, Lumbini College 35 for 2 wickets.
We'll take a look at the Isipathana College bowling card in the second innings. All of them very economical, apart from that 1 over from Khalik Kamath, which went for 5 runs. All of them bowling under 2 runs per over. Wicket each for Disanayak and Utsara. So good tight bowling in this morning. Only 9 extras given away with that Bice 4 runs we saw in that previous over of Dikwella. So altogether a good bowling performance so far, even though they haven't been as successful as they were in the first innings. But that's how it goes, I think, in 2-day games. You have to be patient. It's not easy to take wickets when the batsmen are just trying to block away. It's all about piling up the pressure, being patient, and make the batsman do the mistake.
And converting the pressure between the bowlers and fielders and batsmen. I think they're doing it very well, Isipathana College. They've been transferring the pressure back into the batsmen of Lumbini College. There was an appeal, but the umpire once again seems to be not confident.
Turn and bounce there for the skipper, Isipathana skipper, replacing himself, rather replacing Dikwella. Madhushika Sandaruwan in his third over. Yet to concede a run. A bit short in the start of his spell, but he's getting some bounce off the spit, so that's going to be interesting.
As Lumbini College at the moment 35 for 2 wickets. Madhushika Sandaruwan bowling his third over. Spinning options has been very good with the Isipathana College. They've been able to get the breakthroughs in the first innings with the spin as well, and this morning as well. They picked up 2 wickets, and that's with the pace bowling, and right now they are turning towards the spin bowlers. They transfer the pressure back into the batsman, and 2 runs, easy 2 runs, but the batsman still hesitating to go for that second run, but at the end comfortably picked up 2 runs to the total. The lack of communication is there between these 2 batsmen. They got to communicate well, they got to talk in the middle about their plans or what they're going to do, respective bowlers. So lack of communications might get you run out, so they got to be careful about that fact too. Two more balls to go in this over. Sandaruwan bowling exceptionally well. Just 2 runs conceded in his 2.5 overs. I beg your pardon, just a single ball to go. We're in the 20.5th ball. And that's the end of the over. 21 overs done. Lumbini College 37 for the loss of 2 wickets.
සතුට බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම පවස නිවන නම සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිඟ අත විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
The batting card of the Lumbini College, nothing much to talk about here. Anagipura and Nimhara, the dismissed batsmen, 10 and 0 respectively for the 2 batsmen, and Rubasinghe Fernando still there in the middle, 10 of 58 for him, and Fernando 10 of 39. So they're building up a partnership, a slow partnership, but staying there in the middle and taking control of the game is what they should do. And the bowling card of Isipathana College, Dikwella, Sandaruwan, Disanaika and Ama and Utsara, the bowlers used by Isipathana College. They've been very good, very disciplined with the line and lengths. Picked up the wicket, Disanaika, early wicket for him, and Utsara as well picked up an early wicket of the Lumbini College batsman. So that's how things went in this first morning session of this under 19 Division 1 traditional match between Isipathana College and Lumbini College. 21 overs done. Lumbini College at the moment 37 for the loss of 2 wickets. Still trailing by 103 runs. Lots of work to be done. Utsara to continue with the ball in hand. He picked up an early wicket. So the captain Madhushankar will be thinking of repeating the same venture by Utsara in this 22nd over. Rubising on strike 10 of 58. Sensible batting from these two batsmen.
It's very reserved, these two batsmen, restricted in their stroke play. This time Fuller, but tries to steal a single, but no chance. Good fielding from his of his own bowling. Utsara tossed up, got to the pitch of the ball, but good bit of fielding there. Utsara.
This time off to the silly point fielder, but I beg your pardon, that's a short leg there, but the umpire decides that it went on off the pad. Let's see with the replay. Good catch from the short leg fielder. Good reflexes shown by the fielders close to the batsman.
Rubising looking a bit unsettled at the moment. He's looking for some runs. Like you said, 61 deliveries for his 10 runs. So I think the pressure is building up on him. He's looking for that single, looking for that run to get off strike. Once again, pushing at a delivery with Shilimidov in place. It's a risky shot. If the bowler gets extra bounce, it could easily pop straight back to the Shilimidov fielder. This time goes for the hoik, and he gets it over the mid-wicket fielder. The ball is running away. It will be stopped right in front. But there you go. The release of pressure from Rubising, going for that cross-barreled heave over the mid-wicket region. Safely that time. Here we go, the replay. That was on his pads, but it's a risky shot playing against the turn. But he was successful there. 2 runs and 22 gone. Lumbini College 39 for 2.
ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි උනත් ද පපරේ සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා, ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ
That's given. That's the wicket they were looking for. Skipper strikes for Isipathana College once again. A cross-barreled shot from Kavidu Fernando, costing him his wicket. That's a risk you play with when you play with a horizontal bat. The ball was too full for the sweep stroke and definitely struck right in front. Good decision from the umpire. And the wicket for Isipathana College. 3 down now, Lumbini College. Kavidu Fernando goes for 10.
That's what happened. If you play with the cross bat, the ball was straight. And the batsman tried to work that towards the fine leg through the sweep shot, but missed that ball completely. And finally, the umpire deciding that the ball is going to hit the stumps without any interruption. So that's the 3rd wicket down for the Lumbini College. 39 for the loss of 3 wickets. Sandaruan, finally, the captain himself, picked up the wicket. Fernando, the set batsman in the middle, has to depart. Rubising is still there. The new batsman, Shavindu Gamlat, right-handed batsman, with 131 runs in this season, with an average of 32.75. He's got a job to do for his school, still trailing by 101 runs. So lots of thoughts might be in his head, and the important thing is to hold his nerve and get through the innings, get through the overs, maybe 20-25 overs, and then get those singles and get those doubles and keep the scoreboard ticking. So lots of work, and straight away the batsman tried to go for that shot which Fernando got dismissed in the last ball, but this time
not quite sure the thinking behind that stroke from Gamalat. It was so full that he almost missed it, and that would have been the back-to-back wickets for Chandaruan.
Is Rupasinghe straight away giving advices for the new batsman. Just play your shots, just get those singles and defend the ball well. Strong appeal once again, but the umpire once again deciding that the ball is touching the bat.
Brilliant bowling from Chandaruan. Credit for this young lad, tossing it up, getting the spin, and completely outfoxing the batsman. Gamlat under a bit of pressure. He looks out of sorts in the centre at the moment. I stiff another wicket, Oshada.
That's what you will expect with a bowling lineup like this from Isipathana College, and the pitch is offering them what they needed. Spin, bounce, and unexpected bounce is always good for the spin bowlers with that spin. So definitely it's going in the Isipathana's way.
Tries out something different. Another one went for the straighter one. Didn't get the direction right.
Good thinking by the captain of the Isipathana College for the new batsman. 4 fielders.
Tossed up once again to end the over. A successful over for Isipathana College. 23 gone. Lumbini College 39 for 3. We'll take a look at the 3 wickets that fell today in the morning. There you go, the first one. Anagipura, clean bowled by Disa Nayaka. Once again playing across the line.
That was straight, and the batsman once again tried to go for that cross-bat shots, and that's they lost that wicket. That first wicket, Anagipura went on cheaply.
Second wicket of the day. It was deemed LBW by the umpire. And the third one just fell in the previous over. Another cross-batted shot costing Kamindu his wicket.
So at the moment, Lumbini College 39 for the loss of 3 wickets after 23.2 overs. Still trailing by 101 runs. So a much better shot, good confidence shot from the batsman, but straight to the fielder, no runs taken.
Yes, Rupasinghe now has faced more than 11 overs out there in the middle. So he'll probably have a better idea of the pitch this time. Full toss on the leg stump, so easily swept down to the fine leg region. 2 easy runs for Rupasinghe. It's important that Rupasinghe rallies his teammates and somehow save this match for Lumbini College.
Utsara bowling his 9th over. He's been very good with the ball, or some decent line and lengths. Didn't allow the batsman to free their arms. Rupasinghe 14 of 68 for him, while Gamlat, the new batsman, is there in the middle in courtesy of some loose shot from the batsman Fernando. And yes, that's the end of the over. 24 overs done. Lumbini College 41 for 3 wickets.
සතුට බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම.
To take you through the next half an hour, it will be Ricky Sims and Roscoe Tatil.
Thank you, Ranjika, and it's a beautiful shot from Gamlat to kick off his innings. Using the sweep shot to good effect with the left-arm spinner bowling over the wicket. He tried that off the first delivery he faced as well, but this time the execution was much better from Gamlat. Lumbini have moved on to 45 for 3 into the 25th over of their innings as I welcome Ricky back into the commentary box.
Yes, thank you, Roscoe. They were progressing well until they lost that third wicket, set them back once again. Another run on the onside, looking for the second, but decides against it. Ruba Singh has done well. Roscoe, we spoke about him earlier on. He was the not-out batsman in the first innings, given the opportunity to open. And he's hung in there. He's faced 70 deliveries for his 14 runs. He's been really stubborn and has shown some resistance for Lumbini so far. That would have hit him, that would have hurt him. A big slog sweep straight into the mid-rift of the short leg fielder. He certainly has some pain. Getting a bit of attention. Big sweep, powerfully struck. And the fielder was in the way. If not, that would have been runs for Ruba Singh.
That hit him full flush. Unfortunate for the fielder. Oh, spin and bounce on that occasion for Sandharwan. Interesting to see the two batsmen, Ruba Singh and Gamlat, both using the sweep shot whenever Sandharwan switches to bowling from over the wicket, which is a good ploy with the ball pitching outside leg stump more often than not.
Yes, sir. Sandharwan, the captain, he did this quite a lot in the first innings. He kept switching from over the wicket to round the wicket. It didn't give the batsman any sort of time to settle down. Was changing the angles well. Had success. Still trailed by 94. So still a long way to go. That's the end of the over, though. 25th in the innings, 46 for 3.
So 46 for 3, Lumbini still trail by 94 runs to avoid an innings defeat. This is Gamlat. He's moved on to 5 of 8 deliveries. Uses the sweep shot to good effect once again. They should come back for the second run. So this is what I said early on as well. They need to be proactive, and Gamlat seems to be the perfect man to do it for Lumbini. He's putting the pressure right back on the two left-arm spinners from Isipathana, Utsar and Sandharwan.
Yes, so that's better cricket. keep the pressure on the bowler, look for runs always without letting the bowlers dominate.
Solidly behind that one. He's starting to look good, Kamalat, and interesting to see this run rate is still under 2 runs per an over, so they need to make sure they don't let the bowlers settle in to a good rhythm.
Yes, he's got one more than he got in the first innings. He was out for 6, Gamlat, in the first innings. He needs now to capitalize, try to make a big score here. These two players have to ensure that they try to bat out till lunch.
Yes, this pitch has started to take a lot of turn. We saw plenty of turn and bounce from Sandharuwan as well, bowling from the opposite end.
Yes, they picked up 5 wickets between them in the first innings. Utsara picked up 3, Sandharuwan 2. That's the end of another over, just 2 runs off that over. It's a 48 for 3.
සීනිය දන්නු නැති නිසා දියවැඩියාව ඇති අයටත් ඉතාම සුදුසු පෝෂ්‍ය පදාර්ථ සපිරි මැලිබන් විටාජන්. හොඳ ආරමුණකට සුවෙන් සිටින්නට.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. සිරිතදාස ඇඩ්මොරටුව පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
Sugaddas Indoor Stadium
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Kurunagala City Atugal.
Yes, Sandharuwan has switched back to bowling from over the wicket, and this is Ruba Singh on strike. It will be interesting to see if he goes in the footsteps of his partner Gamlat by using the sweep shot, which has been used to good effect so far during this short partnership.
That's the pressure. That was not a good looking shot, just a wild hoik trying to hit him over long on. Across the line as well against the spin.
It's poor indeed from Ruba Singh on that occasion. He's shown a lot of patience this morning. That has probably come out of the blue, I must say. He's been very patient. He's faced 76 balls for just 14 runs, and that was probably not the stroke needed for Lumbini.
Yes, I think when the bowler is coming over the wicket, it's a bit difficult for them with that, with the line is bowling. So a few more shots, extra shots have been played by Ruba Singh in the last couple of overs. Is I think feeling a bit uncomfortable where the bowler Sandharuwan is landing it. That turn you were talking about once again, gripping and turning.
I'd probably like to see Sandharuwan bowling a bit more round the wicket than over the wicket. He has the LBW option as well as soon as he switches to round the wicket, but at the moment he's continuing over the wicket.
Yes, so whereas Utsara prefers the round wicket angle, Sandharuwan I think prefers the over the wicket, though he's bowled around the wicket a few deliveries. In the first innings he did the same. He picked up wickets in the first innings, both his wickets in fact bowling over the wicket.
What a catch, a brilliant catch from the man at Silly Point, and that ends the stubborn resistance from Ruba Singh. He departs for 14 off his 80th delivery, but I must commend that catch from that Silly Point field.
Yes, excellent stuff. Just looped it. He went on the front foot. He was in no position to play that at all. Flew to that silly mid-off, and he took a very good catch. That came rather quickly to him.
Yes,
awkward height as well, Roscoe.
Yes, brilliant catch. It is Isuru Sandamal under the lid there at Silly Point. And he's provided the inspiration for Isipathana as Ruba Singh's stubborn resistance ends for 14 of 80 deliveries, and Lumbini looking down the barrel once again, 48 for 4, still trailed by 92 runs, and things not looking good for Lumbini.
So Dushan Fernando hasn't scored much, highest of 22 so far in this season. Just 39 runs. None of the batsmen have really got big scores. So he'll have some work to do out there, Dushan Fernando. He batted at number 3 yesterday. In the first innings, made 1. Now he's coming in at number 6 in this innings. So they need another partnership here, but excellent bowling. He was beaten in the flight. And the batsman, Ruba Singh, didn't know what to do. To go forward, come back. He just played at it, pushed at it. And credit to the Isipathana captain.
Yes, and credit also to that fielder, Isuru Sandamal. What a catch it was. Not easy to catch those ones above your chest, as you always are anticipating for the catch low down. So good grab there from the Isipathana fielder. So the left arm spinners bowling in tandem, Sandaruan and Utsara. They've already picked up 3 wickets between them.
I think when the wicket is slow and there is a bit of a turn, Roscoe, I think the speed you bowl is also very important, isn't it, for these spinners? You have to get that right speed. If you bowl too slow, the batsman has lots of time to go on the back foot.
And another one. It's falling apart very fast here for Lumbini. A poor stroke from Gamalat, looking to go over the top, probably over mid-off, and he's found the short extra fielder, and that's the 5th wicket for Lumbini. They're 48 for 5, staring down the barrel.
I was just going to tell you, Roscoe, as soon as they lose 1, they tend to lose 2 or 3, and it has just happened. Loose shot soon after the fall of the wicket. That was needless. Head in the air. He was not in position. An easy catch for that short extra cover. Well, 5 down. They have lost their top order now in the second innings.
Yes, that's the end of Gamalat. He played a lot of shots for that 7, I must say. He departs for 7 of 16 balls. Caught Gunawardana and bowled Utsara. Utsara picks up his 2nd wicket as well. So the left arm spinners are all over the Lumbini batting at the moment.
So Ravishka Vijayasiri is the new batsman in. Ravishka Vijayasiri batted at number 4 yesterday. He picked up 5 wickets with the ball, so he's had a good game with the ball, but he needs to do some run scoring. High score of 40 this season so far. 48 for 5. Dismal looking scoreboard for Lumbini, following on that 78 in the first innings. 4 wickets for the 2 spinners.
It's interesting to see what tactics Vijayasiri will use from now on. Both batsmen are yet to face a delivery, Fernando and Vijayasiri. And it's going to be an uphill battle from here on for Lumbini. They still trail by 92 runs, just 5 wickets in hand. And another one, is it? No, it's fallen short of that fielder. Everything is happening all of a sudden here at the Colts cricket ground.
Yes, the pitch, of course, helping the bowlers a bit of turn, creating the doubt in the batsman's mind. A tentative push from Vijayasiri first up.
He's gone big. This time he gets hold of it. That's a massive one from Vijayasiri. Intentions are clear, I must say, from the Lumbini batsmen of what they are going to do from here on. He's taken Utsara down the ground.
Yes, I think he thinks hanging around is not going to really help. So he's going to play some shots. The second ball is faced. He's hit it for 6. Looks a very strong lad, Vijayasiri. And probably he'll try to do some damage, try to reduce this score, the deficit, much as possible. Because hanging around there, blocking hasn't worked for Lumbini in both innings, in fact.
This time, a solid forward defensive stroke as that ends a successful over for Utsara. Lumbini College are 54 for 5, still trailing by 86.
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය
Once again, turn and bounce for the bowler, Sandharwan. This is the wagon wheel so far. Not much to speak of. That one red line which we saw in that last over. A couple of boundaries, but nothing much to speak of. It's been all about Isipathana this morning. Lumbini 54 for 5 into the 25th over of the day.
Yes, so there hasn't been much of rotation of strike. Not many ones and twos in that innings as well. You could see there's been a lot of blocking out, understandably, but they should have looked to keep rotating the strike and not let the bowlers settle down, especially these spinners.
Plenty of responsibility now on the skipper, Fernando. It'll be interesting to see what tactics he uses against the two spinners, Sandharwan and his partner. It's fired in by Sandharwan. He's not got his quicker delivery straight on a couple of occasions. He pushed one wider early on as well.
Yes, so now he's going to go around the wicket. Roscoe just changing the angle a bit to Fernando. Beautifully bowled, very well bowled indeed.
I think if that fielder was staying down low, he might have had a chance, but unfortunately he was probably stood up a bit too early before that ball came.
Yes, and I wonder if was he a touch deep as well, probably a foot behind than the normal Silimudaf would be. If you take a look where he's standing.
Two slips, silly point and a short leg awaits Fernando, the captain for Lumbini.
Well, that's a dot ball to end the over. 29 overs completed, 54 for 5. So Utsara will continue, the left arm spinner. These two spinners picked up 5 wickets in the first innings. They have picked up 4 wickets here in the second innings between them.
He goes big again, but this time he departs as well. That's a poor stroke from Vijay Siri. He was living by the sword and he dies by it, unfortunately. And that is the 6th nail in the coffin for Lumbini.
Yes, poor cricket indeed. Vijay Siri, much was expected from him. He's a much better player, I'm sure, than this with the bat. Look at that, a wild hike across the line against the spin. He was not in position at all to play that simple catch. And Lumbini are just crumbling at the moment, 54 for 6. And Utsara has picked up his 3rd wicket. Sandharwan, his captain and fellow partner in crime in the spin department, has picked up that catch. So Lumbini are in a very, very poor position, still trailed by 86.
It's falling apart very fast for Lumbini, I must say. 54 for 6, still trailing by a further 86 runs. And Utsara with his tail up already picked up 3 for 21 into his 12th over. And they're not helping their cause, the Lumbini batsmen. Looking to go for the big strokes. and playing across the line as well on that occasion from Vijay Siri.
So Santunil Sankalpa, highest score of 30. But he was probably their best batsman in the first innings. Made 28. He was the highest run getter. And he got the runs rather quickly. Can he do something in the second innings as well? The back's against the wall at the moment, Lumbini. How long will they bat on is the only question.
It's 54 for 6. Sankalpa is the new batsman. But Fernando, who crossed over, is on strike. This is the bowling card so far for Isipathana. 3 wickets for Utsara and 2 for Sandaruan. They've been the standout bowlers, while Disanaika picked up on. And here is another big stroke, and he's lucky to get away with that, the skipper. And it's a boundary for Fernando to get off the mark, but a streaky one, I must say.
Yes, they're just going after the bowling now, swinging their bats, trying to get some runs, much as runs as possible. And Fernando probably trying to hit it straighter, but that slow turn tipped on him, dragged it towards mid-on. Lucky didn't go to hand. The captain looking to get some runs under his belt. A lot of work to do for Isipathana in their batting in the matches to come. They cannot afford this kind of batting display. Somebody has to stand up for them. For Lumbini, in fact, 1 or 2 players have to put their heads down, try to bat long while the others bat around them. So far in this game, for what we have seen, there is no Lumbini batsman that has really stood up. There goes another one. Again he gets it away from the fielder. Will it run down to the boundary? I think he drags it in. They'll pick up 2. Yes, he does. But once again in the air, swinging at it, Fernando.
They seem to have just one shot in their books. They just keep going across the line. A very good effort from the field on the rope. And the skipper moves on to 6. Not very convincing, I must say.
Yes, Isipathana have shown a better intent in this game overall. Another flighted one this time. Take it on the full. It's coming towards us. That will be 4. That was a juicy full toss by Utsara. Poor ball. And this time Fernando has put it away into the gap. So he moves up to 10. That's the end of the over. It's 64 for the loss of 6 wickets.
Responsibility to look after our health.
The best nutritional supplement for diabetic patients with no added sugar. Maliban Vitagen. Stay healthy for a good reason.
So it's 64 for 6 as Lumbini still trail by 76. All smiles on the Isipathana players. They know a win is not too far away. Just 4 strikes away now from an innings victory. Unless something magical happens from here on. Sankalpa is the new batsman. He provided some resistance in the first innings and he is yet to face a ball so far.
Yes, it will be a big, they pick up a single, big boost for them going into the rest of the matches if they can win outright here, Isipathana. They've only won 1 game on first innings and lost 2 on first innings. So this will be their first real outright win, big win. And that will, I'm sure, give them confidence facing the bigger teams, the bigger schools in the coming matches, especially in the group games.
Once again across the line, and it has just cleared the fielder. Fernando living by the sword as well, and he's cleared that deep square leg fielder this time. And a welcome boundary, a welcome 6 for Lumbini, but again a very risky stroke from the skipper.
Yes, he's going for everything. That's his zone, mid-wicket, long on. Fernando looks a strong lead. If he gets it in the center of the bat, certainly he could clear the line, but he has to get his timing right.
This time a defensive stroke from Fernando. He's moved on to 16 of 13 deliveries. Intentions have been very clear from the skipper, especially after the dismissal of Vijay Siri. He's looked to take the attack to the two left-arm spinners. Beautifully bowled on that occasion from Sandaruwan.
Lumbini College played 2 games so far this season. They were won one outright against President's College Rajagiriya and lost one on first innings. So they have a fairly good start to the season, but this effort, this performance in these 2 days haven't really helped their cause. There he goes again, Roscoe. This time connects well into the gap. That was sweetly hit, though it was once again against the spin. He's done some damage here to the bowling figures of Sandaruwan. End of the over, 75 for 6.
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම පවස නිවන නම සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම.
So Lumbini are 75 for 6 after 31 overs. And to take you through till lunch, it will be Ranjika and Michael.
Thank you, Roscoe. So another cluster of wickets are falling for Lumbini College, just like it happened in the first innings for them. I'm joined with Michael. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, Ranjika. Well, Fernando giving some respectability to this total. Yes, they were 50 odd for 6, but he has gone to 20 of 16 balls. And at the moment, Lumbini has 75 for 6, a bit of respectability compared to the first innings.
Yes, some lusty blows from Dushan Fernando, the skipper. Cross-batted shots, but luckily he made good contact to all those strokes.
But he's living dangerously, Ranjika. Just a matter of time that he's going to pop one in the air.
This time, Skyer, will he catch it? No, he doesn't judge the elevation there. Luckily for Sankalpa, just getting enough to go past the mid-off field.
But looks like Sankalpa is also trying to follow Fernando, try to get some runs, but unfortunately, he should support Fernando and just give him the strike.
Straight away, change the field by the skipper, putting the mid-off field back to the boundary and cover on the leg side as well. Mid-wicket and long on. For the skipper this time, he drives it through the coverage and wonderful stroke there, getting to the pitch of the ball and just driving it straight back past the extra cover field. Wonderful stroke.
Ranjika, that was a much better stroke than all the other strokes that he had been scoring runs. If he can bat like this for some time, I think he's going to get close to that 140 total of to avoid the follow-on, avoid the innings defeat basically.
Yes, I think that's what he's aiming at. He has realized that blocking every ball is not going to help them. They've been under that 2 runs per over for quite a long time, but after his entrance to the crease, they've gone past the 2.5 runs per over mark.
Only thing, Ranjik, I think he's living a bit dangerously. As the captain, I think he should take more responsibility and try and bat out at his seat till lunch, and then maybe try and take it out from there as well.
After 32, it's Lumbini College, 81 for 6. Trailing by 59 runs in the second innings, Lumbini College, after being asked to follow on. A spread out field now, apart from the close-in catches, 4 men hovering around the bat of Dushan Fernando, but he has cover all around the leg side. This time once again going for the slog sweep. The skipper of Isipathana College, Sandaruwan, getting some bounce in that occasion, Michael.
Definitely. He has been getting bounce from that end. I think even in the first innings he had a bit of bounce and turn from that end. And coming over the wicket, he'll anyway get more turn than round the wicket.
Yes, I think that's the end where even Ravishka Vijayasiri got his fifer.
Exactly, yeah. I think that end is helping the spinners a lot, especially the left armers.
So skipper ideally coming in from that end. This time goes down the track. It's another skyer. Can the
be taken?
Yes, it will be taken. Dushan Fernando falls for another big stroke. This time Kali Kamath running around and catching a good catch in that long on region. 7th wicket down for Lumbini College.
That was a very good catch, Ranjika, running in, and with another guy coming, they almost had a clash there.
Yes, I think the important factor there was that Kali Kamath never took his eyes off the ball.
Definitely, I think that's the good trait of a good fielder.
So Dushan Fernando goes for 25. A quick fire knock, but the job is not yet done. Lumbini College crumbled yet again, 81 for 7 now. Still trailing by 59 runs with just 3 wickets in hand.
It's going to be very difficult now as the main man, Fernando, walks back to the pavilion.
Since there is just, I think Isipathana College is just, we'll take a look at the new batsman first. Prabhat Madhushankar, left-handed bat. 127 runs in this season in 4 innings. His high score of 76, so lad can bat.
Wonder why he's batting down the order.
Yes, I think they made some changes in the batting order in the second innings.
Yeah, the openers, I think one of them were kept back, and this is, I'm told, the vice captain of the side.
We'll take a look at the wicket once again. Didn't come to the pitch of the ball. And Kali Kamath running around and never letting go of that ball until he gathered it. It's a good catch, good overall from Isipathana College.
Rajika, he was moving his front foot away from the ball. So, you know, it was just looking for main power. But with the ball spinning away, he was just going to end up hitting it in the air.
It's a good point made there, and a good ball to first up for Madhushankar.
Now there's a lot of turn on the wicket.
And what I was saying earlier, Michael, I think since there's only 3 wickets remaining for Isipathana College to take, will there be an extension of play?
Generally, the lunch break also, if there is just 1 wicket to go, the umpires can extend it, depending on how they view it, because you can get a 15 to 20 minute extension.
So I think if they can get another 2 wickets in this in the remaining 20 minutes we have until the lunch break, I think there will be a little extension.
Definitely there should be extension.
So Isipathana College will look to clean things up as soon as possible.
Ranjika, looking at the way Lumbini battered the tail end battered in the first innings, I don't think that, like you said, if they get those 2 wickets, they might be. I don't think you'll need the extension.
Yes, fair enough. Lumbini College after 33 overs, 82 for 7.
සතුට බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
අවස නිවන නම
සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
සිංහ නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ.
Back live. 33 overs have been bowled in this Lumbini's second innings.
Interestingly, Ranjika, if you notice, the first innings in Lumbini just batted 31.3 overs, and they had managed to come to 33.1 overs at the moment, losing 7 wickets. So I think the coaches might be tearing their hair off, especially when they can't bat. Like, they'll want them to bat at least for 50 overs in an innings.
Yes, I think the credit should be given to the opening batsman who hung in there for a long time. I think I can't remember his name, but one player, if I'm not mistaken, batted over 70 deliveries.
Yes, the right-handed opener.
Yes, they hung in there for a long time, but after that, I think the batsmen didn't believe in their defense. They were trying to get away with big strokes.
What I think is, Ranjika, they were trying to go for the big shots. They forgot to rotate the strike, because if they rotated the strike, it's not easy for the bowler to keep bowling to a left hand and a right hand.
Yes, rotation of strike is a major aspect, especially when it comes to. It doesn't matter what format it is. I think it's not only the big strokes. It's not only the big sixes and the boundaries. It's all about rotating the strike. I think more than the boundaries, I think that creates more pressure towards the batsman when you can't contain a batsman.
Definitely, because the bowler has to keep changing his lines, length, vary things. So he won't want to keep doing that. He might as well keep bowling in one line. You don't want to keep bowling to left hand and a right hand every other ball. So that's another end of the over, end of the 34th over. Lumbini 83 for 7.
ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි වුණත් ද පපරේ සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා. ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකේ ටැබ් එකේ එහෙමත්
Madhushika Sandaruwan to continue. This time short, punch down the ground. Will be an easy single for Sankalpa.
I think this is exactly what they should be doing. Just punching the ball to the gaps and getting singles. They still trail by 56 runs, Ranjika. So 87 for 4.
There's a long way to go with 3 wickets in hand. I think a lot will depend on these two batsmen, especially Vice Captain Madhushanka, who has a half century under his name this season. 76 runs he scored, his highest score this season. So I think even Sankalpa batted better than the rest of the batters in the first innings, where he scored 28 runs off 50 deliveries with 5 boundaries in the first innings. So I think that should give him some confidence.
So there's some hope for Lumbini as yet.
Yes, I think this pair is the only hope they have at the moment. This time tossed up, and that's easily drilled towards the mid-off region, but unfortunately couldn't find the gap. The mid-off fielder coming around to prevent that from going to the boundary. Nevertheless, single taken.
He couldn't put it away because I think he didn't connect it properly into the gap. That's a missed chance. Not an easy one. It went quickly to the gully field, I would say. Okay, it's a wide squarish gully.
Yes, I think two players short close in on the offside for the right-handed batsman.
This is like a fast bowler's field, 2 slips. There's a gully, there's a catcher in front.
End of the over, 35 gone. Lumbini College 85 for 7.
ප්‍රෝටීන් වලින් සපිරි ක්‍රියාශීලී දිවියකට අත්‍යවශ්‍ය සියලු පෝෂ්‍ය පදාර්ථ වලින් පිරිපුන් බැලිපන් මිටාජන් හොඳ ආරමුණකට සුවෙන් සිටින්නට.
Welcome back. Lumbini 85 for 7 in the 31st over.
Session runs, 85 runs been scored. The loss of 7 wickets in 31 overs.
The ball a little short on the left hander, going on the back foot and pulling it for a single.
Even though there is assistance for the spinners, I think it's a very slow turn.
It is, the wicket is slow. I think the more, if the spinner puts a bit of more, like a bit more pace into the delivery, it turns and there is a bit of jump as well.
Yes, that was the key in Ravishka Vijayasiri's spell yesterday. This time, held the edge, running down to the boundary, stopped right in front. 2 runs for Sankalpa.
And almost an extra run with the overthrow. Good covering up by the Isipathana fielders.
Getting down right on time. Prevent that from going to the boundary. Utsara into his 15th over. Mammoth spell today. This time, is it taken? No, it isn't. Dikwell jumping in front. Got 2 hands to it.
Just too late. I think he took off too late. He couldn't judge it. And then had to dive for it, but it just fell.
There you go, the replay. As I think the ball just bumped right in front of his hands. Lucky for the batsman. Another inside edge this time. Good bowling from Utsara. He's mixing it up brilliantly. Mammoth's bowling spell for Utsara. He's been on from morning.
Yeah, I think this is his 15th over. Non-stop from this end. Maybe tiring a bit as well.
3 for 42 now. Madhushankar, first time facing Utsara. Tossed up, defended easily. These 2 batsmen looks confident, I think, compared to the rest of the batters.
I think now they've got the measure of the 2 spinners. Maybe Utsara give him a break for about a 2-over spell.
Just as we speak, he finds the edge once again. But unfortunately, didn't have that second slip. like in the previous over for the skipper. If they had the second slip, it would have gone straight into his hands, but he wasn't there. After 36 overs, Lumbini College 91 for 7.
සතුට බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
අවස නිවන නම.
Captain to continue. This time gets edge and the wicket is gone. That's the wicket they needed. Skipper strikes. Is it not given? It's not given.
That was edged. I don't know whether he took it on the bounce. It doesn't look like that.
Not quite sure what happened there, but the umpire was not moved.
Maybe he took it on the bounce because it definitely went off the bat.
Surprising decision from the umpire.
That was a good catch. Maybe may have fallen just in front.
We'll take a look at that once again. This time reverse angle, clearly taking the edge, and that went straight into the hands.
Straight into the hands, yeah.
Surprising what the distance stays this time. Another leading edge, but falling well short of the point fielder. I think
maybe the umpire was unsighted, so he has to go with what he sees.
Yes.
Unfortunate for the captain.
Sadharuan will be really disappointed with that. But I think the fielding side will have to put that aside now and concentrate once again. Reverse sweep. Is that the wicket? Yes, it is.
He gets his reward.
Gets his reward after all. Sankalp doesn't hang around this time. He knew he got the faintest of edges to his pad, and the ball popped right straight to the second slip fielder.
Was it off his bat or the glove? Glove or bat?
Glove, I think. Glove onto his pad and then to the...
Ranjik, I think that was unwanted stroke. With just a few minutes to go for lunch. You know, he should have just hung out there and tried to see till lunch.
So 8 wickets down. Madhusika Sandharuwan getting his third wicket of the day. And now we have the bowlers walking in. The opening bowler, the left armer, Situm Disanayaka, bowled a brilliant spell yesterday, Michael. I really liked seeing him. He banged the ball hard.
A very good spell. Only thing, Ranjik, I thought he was a bit too short at times because you know, he was getting predictable, right? With the new ball, he should have kept it up. May have got more wickets, but like you said, a very good spell.
Yes, the effort from him was admirable. But now he has another responsibility given to him with the bat in his hand. 49 runs.
Let's see if they can make it till lunch.
Darted in by Sandharuwan. Well defended.
It has been disappointing batting by Lumbini in both innings. Just keep throwing their wickets away. Oh, and a slow turner. Trying to tempt the batsman. And that's the end of the 37th over. Lumbini 91 for 8. As you come back, Utsara to continue. Another appeal, but the umpire has not moved.
I think Madhusanga got a good stride in that occasion. That must have saved him.
And with the turn, I think it was missing leg.
Jogs down the track, trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Good ploy against the spin. Just 5 minutes away from the lunch break. 4 minutes rather. I think we'll be able to squeeze in another over.
Definitely, yeah. As spinners are operating.
That's bowled much slower. Good deception from Utsara. I think he's mixing up brilliantly, Michael.
He is definitely. He's bowling well. This is 16th over and he has 3 for 44. Oh, that's a beauty. Ball going the other way, straight to slip.
Is it out?
Yeah, that's out.
The batsman is walking. So yes, the 9th wicket falls for Lumbini College. This time umpire not hesitating. Held the edge towards the slip fielder. So 9 wickets down, and will there be an extension?
There should be, because it's the last wicket for the match. So I think they would go for the extension of 15 to 20 minutes.
Easy pickings there. Smart bowling. Ball just held its line and finding the edge straight to the first slip field. A good catch there. I think the catching have been really good from Isipathana College,
yes,
and even Lumbini College.
Definitely the Lumbini ground fielding was not that good, but Isipathana, their fielding overall has been very good. I would say the catching excellent.
Yes, so good all-around performance from Isipathana College. Deserve to be in this dominant position with still few minutes remaining in the first session of day 2. They've completely dominated apart from that first hour of day 1 where they lost few early wickets. I think after that it's just been Isipathana College
all the way. Well, it's left to be seen whether Utsara can go on to get his fifer and whether Lumbini can bat out and extend it after lunch. Yeah,
and that's a wicket. 5 wickets for Utsara, and it's all over here at Colts Cricket Ground. A massive victory for Isipathana College. Innings and 49 runs, if I'm not mistaken. Shot, and the last man punches it straight to the extra cover field. A good catch by Khalik Ahmed, once again proving that they are a good fielding unit.
Definitely a good catch. A short ball that was a gifted wicket, the 5th wicket. So it's Isipathana home for lunch, basically.
Brilliant performance from Isipathana College. Dominated the game and deserving winners, I think.
A good all-round performance. They batted well, thanks to Ratnaika's 100. And then they came in and bowled these guys, getting 20 wickets.
Yes, in the first innings, Utsara completes a fifer to go with his 3-wicket haul in the first innings. So 8 wickets overall for the left armer. Brilliant from him. And he found good support in the second innings by his captain, Madhusika Sandharuwan, who got 3 wickets.
And 2 in the second innings. So that's 5 for him as well for the whole match.
Yes, it's a good overall performance from Lumbini, I beg your pardon, Isipathana College. The first innings, it was the seamers who started off well. Disanayaka and Centurion Ravindu Ratnayaka taking those early breakthroughs, and Kali Kamath also chipping in with 1 wicket. And then the spinners got in the act in the final session. Utsara and Sandharuwan taking 5 wickets within themselves. And then the follow on today lasted only 37.5 overs. Lumbini College bowled out for 91 runs.
Ranjika, we should mention the left-arm fast bowler also getting the breakthroughs in the first innings and the second innings. Disanayaka, he did a tremendous job to get the breakthroughs in both innings, and they are.
As we'll take a look at the highlights of today, the first session of today. There were some cheeky boundaries early on, but like you said, this man, Disanayaka, did it with the new ball in the first innings, and in the second innings bowled very tightly. And after that, it was all about the spinners. That was skipper Utsara's first wicket. Then there was some good stroke. I wouldn't say good stroke, but risky stroke, which gave them some runs. There you go, loose strokes there. It was too full for the sweep stroke.
Lots of loose strokes in this innings.
Cross-barrel shots, it's never easy to play against the spin. And another wonderful catch that was at silly mid-off. This is another one, soft dismissal there. Gamalat was looking good when he was there. And Ravishka smacked one straight out of the park, but he didn't last long. There you go, another loose stroke right across the spin. Ravishka Vijayasiri holding out. The skipper got into the act. He smacked some boundaries as well with a maximum. All those strokes very risky against spin. It was a matter of time where he just gave away his wicket. That's the only stroke I think he played well. And here we go, this is the wicket. Kali Kamath running in, another good catch by him. Saw another catch later on as well. This time another unwanted stroke going for the reverse sweep, getting an faint edge. After that it was just a matter of time. Matter of time where Utsara completing his fifer. Yes, here we go. That's the fifer for Utsara. So overall, a brilliant performance from Isipathana College, completing a dominant performance.
Both with bat and ball.
Yes, it started off with Ratnayaka. This is the Lumbini second innings card. Dushan Funand, the only standout, 25 of 21. Rupa Singh hanging there for 80 deliveries for his 14. Kamil Fernando also was there for 40 deliveries, but after that it was a cluster of wickets which fell in quick succession. 37.5 overs they lasted in their second innings. 91 runs was the score that they managed to get.
A slight improvement from the first innings, I would say. And
yes.
The bowling of Isipathana. Well, Dikwell and Sandharuwan started yesterday. Sandharuwan ending up with 4 for 21. Disanayaka getting the early breakthrough with 1 for 8. And Utsara 5 for 44, being the pick of the bowlers in the second innings.
Yes, 8-wicket haul for Utsara, the wagon wheel of Lumbini College. 2 lusty blows from the skipper and Ravishka Vijayasiri. Those 2 red lines on the leg side and some boundaries as well for them.
All in all, just 9 boundaries.
But that's not what they needed. They had to hang in there. These are the partnerships. The 87 ball partnership was only time where they looked comfortable, looked like they were giving a fight, but after that it was just playing with luck.
There's a 27-run partnership of 20 balls that looked like a one-day match for that little. That was between Sankalpa and Fernando.
That's when Dushan played some lusty blows. But after that, it was just a matter of time for Isipathana College to bowl out Lumbini College.
A good performance by Lumbini, by Isipathana College, and I think Lumbini.
So that comes to an end. Here we go, the match summary. Isipathana College, after being asked to bat first, 218 in 51 overs. Ravindra Ratnayaka, splendid 113, scored all around the park, Michael.
Definitely. Beautiful to watch.
And Ravishka Vijayasiri, 5 wickets for Lumbini
40,
College.
Yeah. And then Lumbini batting in the first inning, 78 all out in 31.3 overs. Sankalpa getting 28 of 50 balls.
And later on, Lumbini College today crumbling for 91 runs with Utsara taking 5 in second inning. Isipathana College completing a good victory in this Under-19 Division 1 tournament this year, winning by innings and 49 runs. So that comes to an end of our production, a joint production brought to you by thepowerplay.com and batsman.com. And thanking everyone who is working behind us, the technical crew and the production crew, and thanking all of you who joined us through our website. And you will meet us next week where we bring another match during the weekend and the weeks to come. Many more action coming your way as we progress to the business end of this Under-19 Division 1 tournament. So stay tuned to theproperty.com and batsman.com for updates and all the views and reviews of these matches. So, but for now, we are signing off from the Colts Cricket Club. Myself and Michael Adams, thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.